afternoon, Facebook. It's JL the Anti-Guru coming to you live from my porch/office. And today's topic is skill sets that earn you money. Now, I saw a video earlier today. A guy's name was Chef Jeff. And I never heard of him before, but he's some world famous chef who his backstory was that he used to be a hustler. He used to be a drug dealer. And he spent 10 years in prison. And while he was in prison, he rediscovered himself and reinvented himself and eventually came out. Ada, appreciate you coming on today. Loving it. We're talking about skill sets today, but let me keep going. So this gentleman, he was in prison. He was able to redesign himself, transform himself, and got a skill set. Because I saw another video earlier today. I can't remember the psychiatrist, but he talked about, and this deals directly with people of color. Hey, how you doing today? Appreciate you coming on live with me today. But what he was talking about was, in the 50s and 60s, people of color had various skill sets. And in the school system, they used to teach things like woodworking, and they taught auto mechanics, and they taught plumbing and electrical work. And they taught kids all of these skill sets. And all these things are not being taught in school. Now we've shifted because we live in a digital world, and people are now urged to go to college. And we know sometimes college doesn't guarantee you anything. You go to school for 4 or 5 years, you get your degree, and that's a great thing. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not against college. But you come out and you don't have some of the skill sets, because what the psychiatrist or psychologist was saying that, he's got a doctorate in psychology, but there are many people of color who don't need or don't see that they need a psychiatrist to help them deal with whatever issues that they're dealing with, even though he's an educated man, So what I want to talk to you about today is the skill sets that you need in the digital world, because we're transforming how business is being done. We still have brick and mortar businesses, but again, I've said it before, if you don't have an online presence, if you don't have a digital presence, your business will die like the dinosaurs. It'll become extinct. So let's just jump right into it. The skill sets, and I'm going to tell you the skill sets that I use. And if you're an online marketer, whether you're an affiliate marketer, network marketer, or if you own a business and you want to have an online presence, these are the skill sets, the basic skill sets that you need. And the first thing is, there are certain tools that you have to have. And you've heard me say this before. The 3 basic tools are that you have to have an autoresponder. An autoresponder is a bulk email program where you can email your contacts and email your prospects. And it's one thing to know how to create those emails and those newsletters and send those out, but there is so much more information inside of all autoresponders, and you need to master that thing. You need to master it so much so that you can teach other people how to do it. Because let's say if you're a network marketer and you have a marketing system, you need to be able to teach your team or your downline, whatever verbiage you want to use, how to duplicate that success. And that's the key. You have to have skill sets. There's no magic formula. There's no special traffic source that's going to make money come raining down on you. You have to have a work ethic. And anything that you want to be successful at, you have to master it. The people who are most successful are masters at what they do. And education doesn't guarantee that. Because a lot of times what college students do is they do just enough to get by, just enough to graduate. And then you get that degree, and a degree, no disrespect, a degree, all it is you have a degree of a certain subject at a certain time. Because I use computer science. When I first started in college back in the 80s, I was a computer science major. Well, if I had gotten a degree in that, by now, here we are in 2018, the degree that I got would be obsolete. So that's just one example. And again, I'm not picking on anyone who is going to college or planning to go to college. I am definitely a pro-education person. We grew up in a household where education was valued. Sandra, appreciate you coming on today. But let's move on to the next skill set, or the next tool and the skill set that you need. The next tool you need is you need to have a capture page program, and you need to master that thing. But it doesn't really matter what tools you have in your business, because no matter what business you have, say you got a landscaping business, well, you need to be able to master all of those tools and all of those skill sets that generate income for you. The last tool that you need is tracking software, and you have to master these things. Again, it doesn't matter whether you're an affiliate marketer, a network marketer. You know, the next skill set that you need to have is you need to have good communication skills. You need to be able to talk to people with passion and with vision, because when you bring that passion out and you create a vision, then it's infectious. People will want to get involved with what you're doing. But it's not, again, I'm going to say it 1,000 times, but I say it one time. If you focus on generating income. What's going on, Keisha? Love you, baby. Love you having you on live with me. If you do not create passion and vision with the people who are following you, then you're going to struggle. Hi, baby. How you doing? You know, so I digress. Let me get focused. You know, you have to have those communication skills. Another skill set that you have to master is you have to become comfortable in front of a camera. You have to become comfortable doing video. But it's not just about being comfortable and turning the thing on like I do. I've been in this space for 5 years, and trust me, if you go to my YouTube channel, and I urge you to go to my channel, subscribe to my channel, it's JL Bumbry. If you go back and look at some of the videos I made back in 2013, you know, I was awful. I was awful, terrible. I go back and look at them, and I just crack myself up. I'm like, God, really? No wonder nobody was subscribing to my channel, because I was stumbling over my words, and I was trying to be perfect, you know. But what I did was I kept working on my craft. I kept perfecting that skill set to now that I'm comfortable talking to you like I'm doing now, you know. So you have to master video, because the deal is that by 2020, almost 80% of content is going to be consumed in in video form. We're seeing it now. Facebook now has Facebook Lives. YouTube now, you can shoot live videos from YouTube. And I urge you, if you don't have a YouTube channel, get one if you're in business. And it doesn't matter what business you have. It doesn't matter what. You don't have to be an online marketer. If you have any kind of business, whether it's a store, a landscaping business, or a restaurant, whatever business you have, if you're providing goods and services, then you need to master video. Because if you don't, you're going to struggle and you're going to suffer. Your business is going to suffer, you know. So again, like I say, get comfortable with video, and get comfortable like you look into the camera, because I'm looking right at you right now, and I'm talking to you right now, even though I just got the camera in front of me. But I want you to know that I care about each and every one of you that's on here live with me. If you're watching this on a replay, you know, please type replay in the comments. Let me know where you're coming from, you know. And if this message is resonating with you right now, put a 1 in the comment section, you know. So the next skill set you have to have is you have to care about your prospects, about your customers. If you're in business and your only focus is to earn money, you will never make it. You'll make a little bit. But why are you in business? Are you in business just to make money? Are you in business to make this world better? Is the product that you're promoting going to make people's lives better? That's something. Write that down. Make sure that what you're doing is going to make this world better. You know, there are lots of people out here. I remember this was years ago. I think I had been doing online marketing. I think I've been probably about a year in. And at that time, there was a lot of people doing these binary things where you get people to join, and then you get another person to join, and you got all these different legs, and you got a person here, and it spreads out here, and it spreads out there. And I remember the guy, he was from New York, and he was talking about, man, you can make a lot of money with this. And I said, well, what are you selling? What are you promoting? And he said, well, you can make this money. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if you're not promoting, if all you're promoting is money making, well, everybody wants to make money. And so then he got a little salty with me, and he going to ask me, well, how much money you're making? I said, that's not even the issue. Well, I'm making all this money. I said, well, good luck with that. You know, and he actually got angry with me because I didn't want to get involved with what he was doing. But that brings me to my next point, because this has been happening a lot to me. I don't know if it's happening to any of you, but I get a lot of people who are sending me friend requests on Facebook. And I talked about this before. You know, I had another person do that to me today, sent me a friend request and immediately started to pitch me. We have to learn how to build relationships. So that's the other skill set. Learn how to listen to people and talk to people and figure out what their problem is. And if you've got a product that matches up, that solves that problem, then you need to learn how to present that in a way. Because here's the thing, write this down. Everybody wants to buy. Nobody wants to be sold. I'm going to say that one more time. Everybody wants to buy. Nobody wants to be sold. The only time people pull out their credit card is when they know, like, and trust you. So you've got to learn how to cultivate your personal skills. Cultivate the passion that's inside of you. And not just the passion to earn money. The passion should be, how can I make this world better? Because here's the definition, or my definition of success. And I'm going to ask everybody, if whether you're listening to this, excuse me, I got to get a little water. I don't have crack juice today. I just got water today. For everybody who's watching this live, or if you're watching it on the replay, put a comment in and tell me what your definition of success is. Hold on, let me check out this. A lot of people who are in, I have a binary to fill, but they forget that you have to sell the product first and then later comes. So that's right, Ida. You know, but that's what's wrong. You know, and that's kind of what's wrong with our industry, where people are so focused on trying to get people to join them, and they don't sell the concept of how this is going to benefit me, and they get them caught up in this thing where you're going to make a lot of money. Everybody in business wants to make money. That's a given. You know, I want to make money. Excuse me, not make money, earn money. Because remember what I said. No one makes money. The only people who make money work at the U.S. Mint. The rest of us earn money. You earn that money by providing goods and services that solve people's problems. Because nobody cares about your business. They only care about what's in it for me. How is it going to benefit me? You know. But I'm going to give you the definition of my definition of success. My definition of success is the beneficial footprint that I leave on society. How many people have I helped? How many lives have I changed? Have I made my family's life better? Have I created an environment where people can flourish and grow and realize their dreams and live the good life? And then you can create a legacy. That's my hope and my dream and my desire, is to create a legacy of success that'll be passed down to my children and to my grandchildren and everyone that comes in contact with me. I want everyone's lives to be better. Yeah, I want to make money. Excuse me, want to earn money. That's a given. I'll say it 1,000 times. I see, okay, we got hood thing going on right now. So we got some music right now, so we're going to go with it. But I digress. But listen, remember, skill sets earn you money. All of these different, there's thousands of marketing systems out there. There are thousands of courses out there. But what I see what people do is they jump from one marketing system to the next, never mastering it. They jump from one course to the next. They skim over it. And like they're like this, like Jerry Maguire, show me the money. Okay. There's another thing about the money's in the list. Well, the money is not in the list. The money's in the relationship. The money's in the cultivating. The money's in inspiring people and showing them that you care about what's going on with them, because that's what I'm about. You know, and if this is resonating with you, you know, put me another one in the comment section. But listen, that's pretty much all that I have for you today, guys. I've talked, you know, I try to keep these things under 15, 20 minutes because I don't want to bore you. But I want to remind you, skill sets earn you money. If you're in business, no matter what your business is, develop your skill sets. Thank you, Ada. Appreciate that. Develop yourself. Personal development is another thing. You need to develop yourself. You need to work on your own personal development. If you don't fill yourself up with knowledge and wisdom, what are you going to pour out? Nothing. And you're going to struggle. And trust me, I'm speaking from experience because that was my mindset. When I first got into this industry, all I focused on was, I got to make a sale. I want to earn this money. I need to do this. I want a commission. But when I started to develop my mind and I started filling my mind up with positive things. Then I decided I needed to get back into shape. Some of you who follow me, I go for a walk every morning, and that sets the stage for my success. I make sure I take time to meditate. I make sure that I take time to read God's word, and I'm not pushing Christianity on anybody. You can serve whatever God you want, but you need to spend time with that God, unless the only one you don't need to spend time with is the money God, because the money God will never give you what you're looking for. It'll have you chasing after that money like they put that carrot in front of a horse. If you keep running and running and running, never get it. But develop yourself personally. Develop the skills in your business. Become a master of it. Become so well versed in it that you can teach someone without having to pick up something and read it and say, okay, well, here you go to A and then you go to Z. No, wait a minute, you go to B. Don't be like that. Don't be that person that's got to always use a script. And in the beginning, I did it, but I kept working. My business partner and my sponsor and my best friend, when I first got into this business, he gave me one of the greatest compliments, and I remember it distinctly. It's so profound, and I'm thankful that he showed that confidence in me. But he told me that I learned in 6 months what it takes most people 2 years to learn in this business. But that was because I was determined to be the best at what I'm doing. Nobody's going to be better than me at what I do. Now, there are people who may earn more money than I do. They may have more notoriety than I do, but I am an expert at the skill sets that I have. And I can say that because I have put the time in. When I watch training videos, I typically watch them a minimum of 5 to 7 times before I can say, okay, I know what's going on. And I'm taking my notes and I'm pausing and I'm going back and I'm learning these things because because here's the other thing. If you don't learn these certain skill sets in your industry, in your business, and you put that on someone else and say, hey, can you do this for me? Because you don't want to take the time to learn it. Well, this is what could happen. They can overcharge you, and then they could do substandard work, and you wouldn't even know if it's substandard because you don't have a clue how the skill set's supposed to be done. So listen, that's all that I've got for you guys today. Remember my motto: the shortest distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So take action on this training. Take action. This is not just a training, but a mindset. Change the way you think. Transform yourself into the best version of yourself, and you'll realize your dreams. When you provide value to the marketplace and when you are solving people's problems, you can have a reasonable expectation to earn a great living at it. That's all I got for you guys. Love, peace, and hair grease.